Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors. Today we're going to look at a TF 8828, which has undergone an absolutely incredible restoration. Came out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, sold to a person in Chicago. But I want to take a look at this car with you and show you everything that's on here, because this is one of the nicest TFs that we've ever seen. Some of the stuff isn't quite original. We're going to change that. But oh my gosh, this is so sweet. So let's take a look up here. We can see that we've got the brass trunnions. Now originally those were probably painted black, but they're so beautiful brass that we're going to leave them brass. Here we've got bolts. Now these are BSF bolts. Whoever put this together made, these are all brand new bolts, so they should not have flat washers behind them, and they should be turned around the opposite way with the nuts coming out front. But the nuts are here coming forward, and that's proper. Very, very nice. You see it's got a beautiful satin finish on the frame, absolutely stunning. And look up underneath the fender up here. I mean, everything's really, really sweet up here. It's just so nice. I'm going to take the wheel here and turn it, and then I'm going to ask Eli to come in and shoot from the back side up here. Here we have, I hate to point out these little things, but these are American bolts here. I think when I find them, I'm going to change them for British bolts. And we've got these monster washers on here, which are not original, but everything else here is really nice. We've got these lines, these copper lines, Cupro nickel, I think they are, and while they're not original, oh my gosh, they look just fine. This one's maybe a little long, you know, because it's got this extra kink in it here, but it isn't too long. Interestingly, you can see these welds. You can hear the plane behind us. You can see these spot welds, and I'm just so unsure. I don't think I've ever seen these as distinct as this. Is this car absolutely original? I mean, there's not one mar on the bottom of here. Or has this been redone? I don't know. This is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. When we take a look, continuing down this side, you know, we've got our bracket that holds the exhaust. Now we can make a complaint here that the muffler is rotated about 90 degrees clockwise. It should be rotated up, and not so much of it should hang underneath the car. Now we're going to come back around. I'm going to ask you to shoot up here this way. This is sort of an odd deal. We've got a bolt here, and this is takes a castellated 5/16 bolt with a pin, and it's missing, which is kind of weird. Don't know why. Everything else down underneath here is so nice. There's some little extras. For instance, here we've got some pieces of rubber hose that hold the brake line in place. Not original, but a real nice extra. One horrible and glaring problem here is that you'll see that the fixed axis of the drive shaft is vertical here, and it should be vertical at the other end up here, which it's not. It's horizontal. This is the fixed axis here. So the drive shaft has been assembled perfectly incorrectly, which is 90 degrees off. That's the worst thing that we've got on the car. Here we have, how cool is this? All MGs leak, but absolutely the most perfect MG has that drop of oil waiting to drop on the ground, but never does. And here he is, just waiting to drop. The back of the engine, there's just a faint little bit of I mean, this thing's only got 12 miles on it too. I mean, help me out. But it's let's go on here and back. Take a look back here. Our springs, our springs are beautiful, absolutely beautiful, with the pads separating them. We got a problem here. These guys that hold the lines in place, someone has used some double sticky tape here, trying to make them work, because they didn't know how to fold them and make them work right. I'll get that sorted out. But take a look at the back of the brake drum here. This is machined. You can see there's spots of rust on it. I want to tell you, I don't think I've ever seen one machined like this. So either someone took this and put it on their lathe and spun it up, or this is a brand new brake drum. I just cannot get over how beautiful this car is. But we do have wheels that are of foreign manufacturer. The best, absolutely the best wire wheels are made by Dayton Wire Wheel, Dayton, Ohio. And the ones that are made overseas aren't quite as good. I got one here someplace. Oh, I wanted to show you that there's just, I think it's the left front, there's just a little bit of a wow on it, that it flutters a little bit. Well, I'm going to shut the camera off here for a minute and then put the car down, and I'm going to show you inside the engine bay. So here we are on the inside of the engine bay, and you'll see that the top of the radiator's all glossed up. We've got original style clamps. The original clamps did look different from this. This has got the nitrile rubber. The only reason I don't like them is because I don't like the color. You know, I mean, they stop it from leaking. Okay, all right, but the color is, the orange just looks too horrid. So here we've got everything in place. We've got an AC Delco battery. You know, you can go to Antique Batteries in Ohio and get a Lucas battery. It's cast, it says Lucas, it's got the exposed lead terminals on the top. That would be, I mean, this car is so nice otherwise. Just take a look. I mean, I can see, you can probably see my hand here in the back. You can see the poor man's button here on my sleeve too. Although I suppose if you're a mechanic, the poor man's button truly ought to be duct tape. Anyway, this thing is just so beautiful. Everything coiled up, and the wiring all done so, and all the metal pieces here have all been plated. I mean, this is just sweet. In the toolbox, I have yet to open the toolbox. Oh, look here, we have some supports, but I'm not. Before I even work these, I got to figure out how they go. They must fit in here some way, but quite frankly, I think I'm going to figure it out before I try it, or I'm gonna have something else smashed shut. Anyway, in here we've got the nice white felt, which is original, and then all these little tools are in all these nice little homemade, look like homemade things. Here's our oil, not grease, but our oiler. Well, that does look like the greaser for the front suspension. I mean, this truly, this is, I can't get over it. This is such a beautiful piece of work. The body where the metal's rolled underneath the wood is tacked into place. It's not stapled or screwed. I mean, this thing is such a beauty. Let me come around and show you the. Again, we've got. We haven't been able to make the wipers work yet, so that's one problem, and I don't know whether it's the original switch is faulty or what. We got our air cleaners here that, you know, it's so weird. Everything else here is so original. I mean, everything is just so original. And then you got Napa hose clamps here, but we'll take care of those and put the original ones on. But there's so very few errors. There's one right here where the throttle attaches to the linkage, and that's a replacement piece down here, and it's on the wrong side, but it may have to be on the wrong side because the ball is larger. Maybe if it's flipped around, it doesn't quite work. I'm not sure. Anyway, TF8828. This is a real gem, and we're real pleased to have it in the shop, and even more pleased to go through it and make it look a little bit more original. So until later, coming up, Alexandria, Virginia. That's in a couple of weeks. I'll be in Alexandria, And now I'm embarrassed. I can't remember the weekend. I think it's the 17th, but I'm not sure. It's embarrassing. But if you go on our website, it's on there. The calendar's on the website. I'll be in Alexandria, tuning up a bunch of T-types simultaneously. That'll be fun. And then after that, I'm going to be in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So if you can't make it to Alexandria to the Chesapeake MGT Registers event, then meet me in Carlisle Barracks, oldest military installation in the United States. Anyway, enough of that. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.